Hey everybody, I'm Ryan. Today we're going to talk about Azjol-Nerub in World of Warcraft lore. Now if I mention anything you want to learn more about, if I've done a video on it, those links will be in the description. You should check that out as well. When the Aqir were defeated by the trolls, they split into three distinct colonies. The Qiraji in Ahn'qiraj, the Mantid in Manti'vess, and the northern Aqir gathered around the prison of yogg-saron. And due to their proximity with the old god, these Aqir gradually evolved into the Nerubians. They also created the subterranean kingdom of Azjol-Nerub, also known as the Spider Kingdom, or the Azjol Empire. One could spend months roaming the tunnels, and still not come to see it all. Over time, this empire expanded and flourished throughout all of Northrend. The kingdom had huge libraries of literature, philosophy, and magic. The halls of this kingdom were beautiful and smooth, with murals and intricate designs throughout. It was within Azjol-Nerub that they left the rest of the world in peace, and focused on their underground kingdom. In culture, they're sort of similar to the dwarves. Old, isolationist, and smart, and attuned to living underground. The difference was, the Nerubians cared deeply for knowledge, and didn't care as much about physical things as dwarves. When the Lich King arrived in Northrend, the Nerubians were aware of him, and heavily resisted being conquered by him. His efforts to spread the plague of undeath to them was snuffed out by their leader, Anub'arak. Pushed to action, the Lich King instead sent his undead army at them into a war of attrition. Those who fell to his army were raised as undead and joined it. And very slowly, Azjol-Nerub was conquered. This was the War of the Spider. During this war, the Nerubian viziers released a powerful spider in hopes that would one day grow to challenge the Lich King's forces. It would grow up fighting these undead, but it could not save the kingdom. In the end, the Lich King raised Anub'arak himself, and while the former ruler hated being a slave, he could not free himself from the Lich King's will. However, some Nerubians escaped, and were able to form pockets of defense. They occasionally used hit-and-run tactics to harass the Scourge in their former home. The Lich King was so impressed with Nerubians' defense, he began using Nerubian architecture in his own structures. He even infused their ziggurats with magic, making them float in the sky, and being able to use them as staging points for the invasion of the rest of Azeroth, including the largest and most feared, Naxxramas. Raising Anub'arak taught the Lich King the value of corrupting those who were powerful, and he knew he needed to raise more powerful beings in order to be able to conquer the rest of Azeroth, and use them to break free of the Legion. Krik'Thir the Gatewatcher is now an undead Nerubian, and charged by the Lich King to protect Azjol-Nerub from invaders. Kel'thuzad, a powerful mage of Dalaran, experimented with necromantic arcs, and was corrupted by the Lich King. He journeyed to Northrend to witness the Lich King's power. The sight of the ruined kingdom of Azjol-Nerub was one of the things that awed him most, and won him over to the Lich King's side, along with being told that he would serve the Lich King whether he wanted to or not, by Anub'arak. When Illidan was sent by Kil'jaeden and the Burning Legion to kill the Lich King, Arthas would not have been able to reach the Frozen Throne in time, so he was guided by Anub'arak through Azjol-Nerub, which gave a faster and more direct path to the Lich King, but it was a perilous journey. Minions of the old gods lurked within its depths, which they had to fight through to reach their master, and many other Nerubians were driven away by the remains of Muradin's dwarves in Northrend. There, the dwarves created a small settlement of Doorward near the entrance to the kingdom, keeping the doors shut, and hoping the Scourge would not get to them. Occasionally, these dwarves would trade with the remains of the non-undead Nerubians for food and supplies. Now on the way through Azjol-Nerub, Arthas found the blue dragon Sapphiron, who was guarding one of Malygos' ancient treasure troves. Arthas and Anub'arak slayed Sapphiron, and raised him as one of Arthas' frostworms. Arthas then met with the dwarves, led by Baelgun, and slayed them as well. They eventually met with the old god yogg-saron, but were able to slip by unharmed. Arthas arrived in Icecrown Citadel in time, and met Illidan's armies in open combat. It was in this battle Arthas defeated Illidan. Then, the Lich King urged Arthas to merge with him, so that he could gain a physical vessel and not fade from existence, which he did. When the Horde and Alliance came to Northrend, many of their settlements were built upon the ruins of Azjol-Nerub. Warsong Hold, held by the Horde, was one of those settlements, and had to deal with small skirmishes with Nerubians invading Mightstone Quarry. Earthquakes slowly pushed the old kingdom of Azjol-Nerub, Ahn'kahet, to the surface, which was the last holdout of the old Nerubian Empire. In Ahn'kahet, Nerubians, Scourge, and minions of the old gods, including Faceless Ones, fight for dominance. Hope this video was interesting and informative and helped you learn more about Azjol-Nerub. If you like this video, you should check out Instagram, Twitter, Discord, my TikTok, and especially my Twitch channel. My wife and I are trying to make an awesome community there, and I hope you'll join us. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.